We're back. OBS crashed. Talk about a vibe killer. Thanks, OBS. Okay, what were we doing? Bitcoin? What happened? OBS crashed. Tech problems. Yeah, I crashed. Good old OBS. Stupid thing. OBS is pretty stable, to be honest. OBS is pretty decent. Right when I was getting into what I would do with Bitcoin too, huh? What would I do with Bitcoin here? Welcome back, thank you. OBS broke trend. What would I do with Bitcoin here? Probably wait for a short. I don't think I'd be entering any long positions here on Bitcoin. I don't think so. I'd probably just wait for a short. Right when I was going to reveal all my secrets yet. I don't think I would be longing right now. I think I'd be waiting for a short. I think I'd be waiting for a higher level to short. Maybe the 15-minute level right here would have made sense, but you don't even really reach it, so I probably wouldn't have even taken any trade. I don't think you understand how Patreon works. So when you put your information on Patreon, they know who you are. So no, they can't. And then I get notified when people rejoin under different, like, same aliases, different names. Power of technology. And when they do join back because they've used some kind of back channel, it's very easy to tell. Because then there's no data attached to them. Like, it's very easy to tell. Yeah, and the only people who are going to ask that question are people who have been banned before. So, like... Well, if they're there and they're paying monthly to be there, giving me money to be there, this is why microwaves need to be decentralized. So stupid. If they're paying money to be there and I'm accepting their money, then if they're there, it's by my choice, not theirs. Yeah, I don't think I'd be entering any kind of trade right now. I don't think I'd be entering any kind of trade right now. They've really gone for real. Maybe I just want their money. Maybe they've done stupid things in the past and I just let them stay so I can take their money. Right? The last 15-minute short. So you're talking about this current one right here? Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, this is already tested. Could break the move down. If I was taking a short, it would be for a scalp right here, or I'd be looking up at a little bit of a higher level. I don't think I would be, yeah. I don't think I'd be doing anything. What's your advice on finding quality people? You mean in life, ZXC? You mean in general in life? I mean, yeah, that's kind of interesting because, you know, you talk about quality people. It's like, it's hard no matter, it's kind of hard no matter which sphere you're in. I think you mean in real life, like IRL. Yeah, people change over time, right? Like people grow up, people change, people evolve. And then there's always that weird splitting where, you know, people are left in the past and they kind of live this like whatever life, and you've moved on and you're living a very different life. I think you mean IRL. I'm not sure if you mean real life, but I think you mean IRL. Does this 15-minute hold the move down? What does everybody think? Your options are this. Break over trend, go up to the higher level. Right? Break trend, go higher level. Alternatively, continue to stay under the 1 hour trend. You've tested the 15. Continue to close under it, make a move down to this range. So higher trend, move down to this range, move down much lower to a different range, or stabilize. What's gonna happen? What's the move there? I need to lower my bitrate. OBS crashed on a bitrate error. So stupid. My own fault. I saw it going red earlier. Like bitrate going red. It was like, oh. My advice on finding quality people in real life. Like maturity is really important, right? It depends where you are in life. It depends where you are. It depends who you are, and it depends where you are. You know, I think c0tt0nc4ndyta nailed it right on the head. Like as priorities change, people change. So yeah, I think that's a big part of it. You know, priorities change, people's change. It depends where you are in life. Toxic people are toxic everywhere. That's one thing I can say that I've learned about people. Like if they're toxic, they're just toxic in general. There's kind of a split in the middle between, you know, people who put negative energy out into the world and people who are putting good energy out into the world. So for the people who put out good energy and you have to find out which one of those brackets you lie in. And, you know, I talk about this a little bit through my mental analysis videos, and, you know, typically people who put out negative energy in the world, they attract that same negative energy, because what happens is they find comfort in other people like that. So they see themselves in other toxic people. So like, you know, whatever it is in life, those traits are easily identifiable for toxic people. So kind of like if you're a shitty person with kids, or, you know, social media, or I don't know, bad husband, like that kind of toxicity that you put out into the world, people like that group together. So part of it is like avoiding those groups of people and identifying if your inner friendship circle is that group of people or not. Because the problem is, and the thing that happens is, those people in life who are putting out bad energy into the world, they stick together and they find other people who are just like them, because subconsciously in the mind, they recognize something which they see in themselves. Right? So that's kind of like a really important thing to realize in life. You know, good people kind of gravitate towards other good people, and identifying who's not worth your time. If you're a good person, identifying who's not worth your time based on their circle as well. Like I find that's one of the tricks, is like look at the people that they surround themselves with and look at the circle they make, right? I see it all the time in Discord groups and on social media, failing traders staying with other failing traders, because they recognize qualities in those failing traders that they can adapt to. So just using my world as an example, you see it all the time. You see people who fail lump in groups, right? It happens with sports teams, happens with day traders, happens with doctors. You know, it's why the corrupt attract other corrupt, because there's subconsciously life traits that they recognize and they're attracted to, because it's like, oh, I see myself in that person, and they understand it. So they develop a bond and a connection quicker. Because if I'm shitty and that person's shitty, it's like video game toxicity. If I'm toxic in a video game, I'm going to instantly identify with other toxic people because I recognize that. So it gives me a connecting point quicker, right? It's the thing you have to realize about people in life, right? So that's a big one. Like identifying kind of the globe that they've created around themselves. Identifying if it's like good or bad people. You know what I mean? That's a big one. That's a huge one that I've learned in life. Really important one too. I learned that through my mental analysis work, but yeah. I don't even necessarily know its priorities. Like people who are good intentioned people, their priorities change, but they stay connected with people. If they're genuinely good people, they will stay connected. Sometimes not. Sometimes people just grow apart. I agree with William. Finding quality people in life is hard. Everybody's so focused on the ego take, working inwards, right? Like, yeah. I think it's pretty hard to find good people in life. I think that's true. I think William Sky is like hits the nail right on the head on that one. I've definitely been in trades where my internet is froze and power's gone out. Absolutely. So don't, as I get better every day, even old friends and family get jealous seeing my growth and progress. Yeah. So, you know, don't feed into that. Just move on, right? People are going to get jealous of you all your life. It happens to everybody who's doing something special. You know, the thing about jealousy is, yeah, it's that same thing. It's that form of hatred, right? Like it's easier to hate, just like it's easier to fail than it is to grow and be happy. Button's Discord is the only circle I have. In real life, I fell into the trap of thinking I had to fit other people's expectations and what they were doing, then neglected my own idea of myself. Yep. Short time frames on Bitcoin. Well, it's hitting that 15-minute level. Might have even went after this 5. Went after the 5, so next would be this. Next you'd be here, attempting to hold that 15, right? Attempting to continue to hold this move down. So you could even ladder off this backside here. Even ladder off that. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful. The way you subvert that or overcome it or, you know, move beyond that is always analyze somebody's circle. Like, who do they hang out with? Who do they surround themselves with? Like, even my own inner family, I see things where, you know, look at your parents, for example. And this happens a lot in families with favoritism with children. Think about your parents, like anybody who has a sibling. Do your parents identify with one of you more than the other, and that person, they find that they have kind of this need to help them? Because often what happens with parents too is that there's two children. One of the child struggles immensely and one of them does decent in life. And then if the parent is a winner or somebody who's doing very well in life, they'll identify with a child who's doing better in life. And so, like, a good example is you can have a family of like 4 brothers, for example. One of them is a millionaire, but the rest of the family is down in the gutters. The millionaire will almost be treated like an outcast because the parents can identify with a failure better than they can with somebody who's made millions of dollars. Therefore, they're trying to fix their children who have these terrible life events, disparity, not going anywhere, because they see that in themselves. So it's almost like they're trying to fix themselves, right? Like, you always have to analyze the circle. That's how you see if someone's good or bad. If their circle is rotten, It's just a reflection of themselves, right? Do I read much? I read. That's the thing about people. Their circle will be the story of who they are. So you see it in parents, you see it in friend circles, you see it everywhere in life. You even see it in like business. And it's subconsciously it happens, again, because we just identify those other pieces with other people. And then what happens is you've identified with it, you can understand it, you make a connection quicker because you think you have more in common with somebody. Meanwhile, you're just looking at a reflection of the bad traits, right? So it's just brain psychology, just the way we work as human beings. Human beings aren't that complex. Human beings are pretty easy to figure out. I think if you're in a short in this, you're in a good spot until you have a reason to get out. I would not open a short though here. You would have had to already open a short, like backside here, trailing to the front side here, some other kind of part of the move. You can't be like entering short now is just asking to get smashed. What if someone doesn't have friends? Be a good person, and those are the people you'll meet. Cutting people off is so hard. It's a choice you make. It's a choice you make, William. It shouldn't create tension in your mind. It's the choice if you want to be better or not. If you analyze your circle, if you analyze people, you're not there to give people second chances. You're not there to fix them. You're there to worry about your life. Your efforts will go in vain if you are trying to bring yourself down to their level to fix them. You can't, like, cutting people off shouldn't be more than just trying to get your life in order. Hey, I'm just trying to get my life in order. I don't think it's healthy to talk to you anymore. You and I are different people. Why is that so hard to say to somebody? Worried about hurting their feelings? You'd rather develop 10 or 15-year toxic continuous relationship and then they'll make movies about it. Like, you guys have all seen those movies, right? Person's friends with their old high school friends who's just the biggest piece of garbage. Toxic people are always going to be toxic. That's the way it is. How do you learn to say no? Well, look in a mirror and say it to yourself. What do you mean? What would you ever have trouble saying no to somebody about? What if someone doesn't have friends? You got to work on yourself, like I said. What would you ever, like, give me a scenario where you'd have trouble saying no to somebody? May have to endure loneliness. I'd rather endure loneliness and have my solitude as a balanced human being than be surrounded with people who have bad intentions and are toxic. What sounds worse to you? Right? You have to think of it that way too. People who you, family members and people you thought were extremely connected to you. But this is a choice you make, to be free of toxicity and to advance your life, or to stay stuck in the rotten core of it. It's a choice you make, and ultimately if you make that choice to stay stuck, then don't expect to evolve, and be okay with saying, then absolutely make that choice, right? And take ownership of your choice. Don't sit there and play both sides of the field. Then take ownership and say, I willingly accept these bad people in my life. I know they're bad for me, and I'm okay not evolving because I enjoy where I am and I don't want to get better. So then you make that choice, right? And take ownership of that. Don't play some in-between line where you're sitting there appeasing and kind of, trickling on this relationship. Like, what's the point of that? Just be nice and happy with people, right? Like, being positive is infectious. You be positive with people and you bring them up, right? Like, I do it with people all the time. Show them a better version of life, right? But if you are going to play that line where you say, I can't cut the people off because I'm too close to them, then take ownership of your decision and accept the fact that you are going to be stuck until you take that move. Because anything else is just, you're fooling yourself, right? you feel bad for saying no, realize that you're just saying no to yourself, that you don't want a better life. Like, I mean, this is a pretty deep conversation, but anyways, my opinion stays the same. My wife has a hard time cutting off people that I can see are clearly bad for her. So why would you say they're bad, D-Dog? Like, I would say, okay, so what is it that you see that's bad? But she gives people the benefit of the doubt time and time again, no matter what it is, no matter what I say. It's her choice though. So what is it that's bad about them? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not disagreeing. I would just like to know, like, what is your perspective of bad? I'm sure you're going to be well justified within your means to say that. I'm just curious, I suppose. How to get girls caught? I don't know. Pump. Go to the gym and pump, man. What do you want? Like, either have a silver tongue, right? Like a smooth talker, right? Or you just go to the gym and pump. What do you want? You want to get girls, you get a mullet. Then you know anybody who actually is willing to talk to you is in it for the long run. So you get a mullet, that's the girl filter right there. Get a mullet. If you can hold a conversation with somebody, they're good, man. You've already, like, they've accepted your mullet. It doesn't, like, you're good, man. You're good. It won't go down from there. It's like an instant will you accept me filter. My friends are laughing behind my back and jealous that I don't do shit, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm into trading, I trade, and they don't have jobs. And yeah, that sounds like a very like young kind of problem, like people who haven't grown up yet. I mean, yeah. Show them your TA skills. Instant fire away. Are kind of okay. So, oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I agree with Pearl. I agree with Pearl 100% on this. Decisions in terms of when I'm old. When I'm 80 and I'm close to my deathbed, will I be happy with the decisions I made in life? It's your journey, right? I couldn't agree more with Pearl. Very, very high angle take. I couldn't agree more. You have to look back and reflect at the things you've done in life and be proud of yourself. Learn the science, make the money, girls will follow. There's another take. This completely changed my friend's health, etc. I couldn't agree more. That's a very healthy, proactive way to do things. And I would be the exact same way. I am the exact same way. You just, you know, what kind of impacts can you make and who do you want that to be, right? Who do you want to be through that? They have it more as a gamble and not a stable income, then cut them off, man. Cut them off. No matter what it is, your next adventure, they're going to be the same way. Until you're just like them, that's the thing. Until you're just like them, they'll always talk shit about it. Because they're either going to be supportive from zero and be like, oh, you're trading, that's cool, let's talk about it. Or they're just going to be garbage until you're... People want to see people... Like, here's another thing about toxic people. People who are in a toxic circle, they want to be like the leader of the uglies. It's like in Lion King with all those hyenas. There's like Scar, remember Scar? And then all his friends are the hyenas. It's like you want to be the leader of the shitties. So then, you know, what happens is you got this circle of really trash people around you. And until you're better than all of them, they're all going to be like defective in one way. So they're going to just be like, oh, you're trading, haha, you're garbage. You won't be accepted until you have a job that pays less and is respected less. At that point, they'd be like, yeah, you know what? It's a good living. It's a hard, earnest dollar. Like, good for you, man. And that's when they'll give you support. You know what I mean? That's the point where they give you support, because they almost have to be like the king of the shitties. So the only time they'll ever give you support is when you've actually accepted a position lower than them. That's how lots of people are. Someone looks up to you for answer solutions, who are equally clueless, but you need to pretend. Why would you pretend? Pretend to be in charge and take care of things. Why would you pretend? What's wrong with saying, I'm not sure? Let's figure it out. I say it all the time to people. I don't know. Let's figure it out. I think there's like a big communication and mature. I think when you hit a certain age in life, you have no problem telling people, I'm not sure. I remember times in my life when I was like in my young 20s and I was talking to somebody over like a house sale or real estate or something, and they would ask a question. I'd try to have to like navigate my way through finding out the answer that made me kind of in the same lane as them. Why not just be like, yeah, I don't know. You know the best example of that? And he's the coolest, slickest, most badass dude there is. The main actor from Ozark, Mr. Nate Bateman. Nathan Bateman. His character in Ozark is exactly like, he's the most cool, collected, calm dude. Meanwhile, he's running cartel stuff. And like in the show, he's just like, I'm not sure. I don't know. But he's supposed to be the guy with all the answers. He's like, I don't know. That's a good question. I guess we'll have to figure it out. What's wrong with being just like that? Is he not the most badass, calm, navigate through any situation? Like, dude, if I could be like that all the time, I would. I would be like, if I could be as cold and cool and calculated as that, I'm too much of like a transparent, like kind of human being to be that cool and calm and collected and calculated. Like he's like, oh, I wish I could be like that. Like, what's wrong with just being like, I don't know. Let's, or we can figure it out though. Right? Like there's nothing wrong with that. I think this is just like a communication and age thing. Man, when the hell did a day trading stream turn into Life Corner with Kant and Dr. Phil mode? But hey, we're here. Screw it. Let's ride it. You always hear 90% of people fail. Is it realistic to make it a living? I think that's an understatement. I think 99% of people fail. Do I have any regrets? Not really. No. You're on YouTube now. Yep. How would you eliminate fear from trading? I talk a lot about this in mentorship. I don't want to talk about fear of trading right now. I just talk about this every day in mentorship. Exactly as you said. Yep. When I was working 9 to 5, getting paid $2 per day, they were like, nice. Have fun, go out, 2 years, I'm trading, and they're spreading rumors outside that I'm not working, blah, blah, blah. Exactly, man. See, they just want you to be just a little rat like them. That's it. They just want you to fall in line so the king of the shitties can have his little like high school pack, man. It's pack mentality, right? People recognize garbage and they flock to it. God, I've seen it, and even lots of day traders I've tried to train. Why do you think a lot of people fail in day trading? Because they're too like inside their brain and they're just shitty human beings. And then they'll just surround themselves with other failing traders, surround themselves with other failing traders. It's no different, right? It's no different. How many times I've seen like groups of people leave the Discord together, whether it's like 20 people or whether it's 5 people, they all leave at the same time and they're always like this little group of friends, and then they always have kind of the same conclusions and opinions. Meanwhile, everybody else on the Discord is like killing it, making huge dollars. We've got teams popping off. We've got people making money like this, going out of style. And then like, it's the same. There's no difference. There's no difference. Like, yep. My wife has a crush on Jason Bateman because of, did I say Matthew Bateman? No, I didn't. Did I even say Jason Bateman? Did I use the wrong name? Oh no, I hope I didn't, dude. Yeah, I got a crush on him too. He's such a badass in that show. This is like my favorite show. It's always like the failing traders who kind of stick together. It's the same mentality. It's pack mentality. You can even just go Google pack mentality psychology and you can read all about this. It's all just like been documented, mind work, like straight out the wazoo, like everything. This is all stuff that's straight out of textbooks, like psychology 101, pack mentality. Losers stay losers with other losers. Winners continue to be winners and get attracted to other people. The law of attraction, power of attraction. It's all like, this stuff is so hyper documented that like this is probably even going to be repeat for most people. But I think there's a younger audience in here who does need that guidance for sure. So I don't mind talking about it. You always will see it. Like I said, I even see it in traders. People who are failing and just not able to make it will flock to the other people who are failing and not making it. And then they'll just form these bonds and then they'll just amplify each other's failure even more, right? It's one of the best things about being in my Discord is you're around so many good, positive people who are making so much money that it's just like, oh, thanks for helping me restructure my brain and trading ideologies. Improved a lot. Thank you again. You're welcome, A-Stock. Happy to hear that I'm helping you, man. Happy to be here for you. Happy to help you on your journey, and just great overall hearing your progress. Like that's sick, man. If I've helped you in any way, I'm proud to be there for you. Even if it's in the smallest way, man. If I've helped you improve part of your game, that's pray G. Thank you, dude. 17 and been trading since 15. Appreciate you. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. Your best friend in life should be your wife and then your kids. Value those things more than anything else. He holds his composure under the most insane amounts of stress. Who does? Me or someone else? I think you were probably talking about someone else. I mean, we're really just waiting in this trade. We're just watching Bitcoin right now to see if it's going to break its 5-minute level. And yeah, maybe it'll go after an even deeper piece. Like it has tested the back of this range. I wonder if there's, well, we call them disconnected parts of the move or active parts of the move. So you'd be maybe looking for, I won't give too much away. It's too much butterfly 2 effect stuff. All right, let's just cut it there. Let's cut it there. You buy the 5 minute. You're buying the 5-minute hold level. That's it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Sorry. Butterfly effect 2 will come. Don't worry, it will come. People want you to be better, but not better than something to think about. Yeah, absolutely. Consider trading, gambling, not a serious job, stable income. If you make money every day, why is it not stable income? People say the same thing about playing poker. They used to say that about me when I played poker. Oh, it's just gambling. It's not real money. And then I make a living out of it, pay for university and live off of it. And then they're like, oh, how's a job? All of a sudden, they're your best friend. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, let people say what they want to say. Let them live their own life. It's not their life. If they want to think that about you, say, oh, cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. Like they want to think that. It's like, shouldn't even bother you. Just be like, oh, you think it's gambling? I see. Play dumb. That'll piss them off. Just be like, oh, I see. Well, don't you think it's gambling? Yeah, I don't know. You do. So that's all that matters, right? So then you can be like a, high dictate passive aggressive without really being rude. And then you'll really get under their skin by saying stuff like, well, you do. So I think that's all that really matters. I don't know. So you can, I guess it depends how angled you want to be, right? Like it depends how many degrees in that angle you want. You could just do a few degrees below angle. You could start getting like super high angle, big degree takes where you've gone and, structured these things out. So I don't know. It depends on you, man. Like, it just depends what you want to do, man. Cotton, I want to turn my life around. Start my journey being a day trader. Can you guide me, please? Boy, that was a rough one. Yeah, I mean, just join the Discord. I'm a broken record. If you want to go on the journey to becoming a day trader, just like, join the Discord. We have lots of successful people that will be there for you, guiding you every day, and I'll be there too. I don't have a lot of one-on-one time that I give to people, but it doesn't mean I'm not in the community watching and other people can't help you. Intentions are so important. Just like some people want to see you fail because they don't have their stuff together. This occurs in friends and family. Hurt people like to hurt others. Yep, absolutely. Sometimes people don't even know they're doing it. Absolutely. Talks of friends, negative experiences in your life. Found your channel through someone. It's mind-blowing. Currently halfway through FOT. Super motivated to continue. Thank you. You're welcome, DJ. Happy to be here for you, man. One-on-one lessons with students if they pay? No. I get asked all sorts of crazy stuff. I don't know. If so, what's the price? There's no price. I don't do it. 100 grand a month. There's your price. And then that way I can give $100,000 to the teams. It goes straight into their pocket, dude. 100K a month, and then we fund the tournament ourselves. It goes straight into their pockets. Same thing I tell funds when they approach me. You want me? 8 figures minimum. And then it just kind of shoves them away because they're like, I'm not paying that. Goes, yeah, good, no problem. I don't want you to. But if you're willing to, then fine, I'll take it. Watch anime? Not really. I like anime, but I just don't watch it. I know, I'm excited. It was the 29th, April 29th. I've got the date marked. That's what I'm doing. I just actually started watching Outer Range. Very different. Anybody seen Outer Range yet? That's kind of a cool show. Definitely not what you would expect. from kind of a Western, but really neat so far. Kind of fringe vibes. Percentage splits of your income. I talk about that in you mean in terms of lifestyle. For a growing trader? Oh, that's a really good question, man. Like, I mean, you can follow some basic rules. 10% of your net income should go to a car, nothing more. Man, I don't want to be giving out that kind of advice, like that kind of hardcore financial advice. I think there's some good general rules out there to follow. 10% of your net income to a car. When I made my first 2K, I was like, damn, don't get me wrong, I'm not a millionaire, but yeah, I hope I reach it at that point. Keep going, man. There's no reason why you can't. Why not? Do you agree with the phase more money, more problems? I don't know if it's a low brain take, and I don't necessarily know if I agree with it, D-Dog. More money, more problems. What do you guys think? Low brain? Do you agree, disagree? What do you guys think? Here's my take. You guys answer that. Here's my take. I think it can be a scenario where more money, more problems, because was it Biggie that said that? Like, Biggie was onto something for sure. I think I think people are their own enemy. I think that statement, more money, more problems, is almost like you have to kind of take it as a different way to interpret it. Like it's almost like a self-reflection, a call for self-reflection. There's a line there of maturity as well. Sometimes people with lots of money are mature enough and have the correct balance set up that it doesn't become more money, more problems. Some people front like they have that set up and say, oh, I've got my shit together, I'm in investments and real estate, and they overextend themselves, creating more money, more problems. And then some people just look at money and see the limited value. I think my final answer is people who are new to money, that becomes a major problem. I think that there's a maturity when you have had money for long enough that you realize there's not much it does other than buying you the things you want. Like, you know, I just bought a Range Rover and I don't really care. It's a good family vehicle just as much as, you know, Subaru Forester, but I don't really need it, but I bought it. And as long as I can keep that composure, it's like, yeah. I don't really care about the Range Rover, but I bought it because it's nice. I don't really care about it. Like if I lost it tomorrow, I would just as soon trade it in if there was a reason to. Like I was like, oh dude, I just saw this lime green Subaru Forester. I think it's the sickest thing. I don't care about this car. Let me trade it in. Meanwhile, being responsible enough to understand like the value proposition and the equity gain versus loss, to the reason why. Like if I bought a Range Rover and someone offered me $3,000 more, but I couldn't buy another one because they're sold out all over the world, I would take the $3,000 on a heartbeat and just go buy another vehicle. I don't care if it's an upgrade or a downgrade. I go buy a Jeep, I go buy a Subaru. So I think there's a certain point you hit in life with maturity where you realize how limited money is, and it doesn't, like, the problem starts from the grind. It's the person who's constantly grinding away to get to that point, or that consumes them because they want the more, the bigger, the better. And it just doesn't really fulfill any extra parts of you after a while. Like you get things and you're just like, cool, got another thing. Doesn't matter, man. So no, I don't think so. I agree with it and I don't. I think it's person dependent. I don't think it's a low brain take. I think it's a very interesting self-reflect take. I think it's like a self angle. You look in the mirror and you see what angle the reflection goes. So it's like self-angled. You know what I mean? What course do I recommend starting? Stupid D-Dog with his question. What course do you recommend starting, beginners? No flying around today? No. No reading Rainbow. Today is just a nice chill day on the charts. I'm watching Bitcoin. We've been doing a lot of team stuff this week. Teams aren't purely set up yet. We're still, working out the kinks. So we're just chilling and watching Bitcoin today. Ever since I found cotton seed, trading in a totally different way. Still have lots to learn though. He'll get there, man. Evolution, one day at a time. Quick 68%. Let's go. Nice one, dude. Great job, man. I'm gonna cut through these comments. Keep it going. Thanks, Jamie. Eight figs or bust. There's a cool book about becoming rich. And the core rule is to always invest 10% of everything you make into very safe assets. Sure. I don't know what to say about that. Maybe for an older generation when inflation was going crazy, but the world is in a different place right now. I think maybe for, you know, I don't know when that book was published, but I would assume that would have been an older gentleman who said that. I think that would have been true. I think that would have been true in like a previous landscape where we're kind of just always moving up, but definitely not true right now. You can invest your money in safe assets and they could sink to the floor. I mean, that's happening all over the world to people. So I think it's like investing money is always important. Investing money. I guess it depends on what your goals are. I think you need to define your goals rather than just kind of fall into one system. Like if there's a system, it may work, but by defining your goals, you may get better buying opportunities, which compounds it more. The road to becoming a better human. Yep. Richest man in Babylon, 10%. Crazy, man. Sounds like he did really well. More money, more taxes, LOL. I don't talk about my personal finances, Extreme. With the right mindset, more money, less problems. I agree with that. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I've heard good things about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yeah, Coyote, I think maybe that would have, I think you can adopt, like, here's where you get value out of that. You adopt that mindset in the current space. So instead of just, you know, investing in things that feel safe, wait for the right moments, save your 10% in an account somewhere instead of trying to compound it just to protect against losses. And then when the right moment happens, you buy the stuff that makes a lot of sense. Crypto sometimes volatile with it. Nope. I don't think crypto's volatile with it. It's pretty laser straight. I like mature people with mature money. I'm cutting through a lot of the comments right now. The Mexico blue Beamer is a nice Beamer. You would say it's low brain pearl? Yeah. I kind of agree, but with a bit of let's see how we can better that take. You're in a short at 105? Oh. I mean, you're shorting 105. You're in a short from 105. It means you were shorting down here multiple days ago. You're in a short from 105? You're in a short to 105. See what Bitcoin's doing. Get out of your trade if it can't hold its range, but I think the short should be executed a little higher in the move. You were gonna short. What happened to LTC, by the way? Didn't it used to be all the hype and then it just fell off? Like, what happened to it? So Litecoin isn't up at in this range yet until Bitcoin. So really right now Litecoin is kind of against this. Maybe even a little higher as Bitcoin moves its mark. So I think the Litecoin short is smart at like 117. I think you go to like 116.4, 116.3. let's make a prediction here. By no means am I using that much technicals, so I'm saying like go 16.3 and pull back with Bitcoin. I think this will attempt to break its level as Bitcoin is, and I think Bitcoin's gonna have trouble getting over its level. So if you were going to take a short, that's where you would do it. Gonna reach here, which is the beginning of the next range. Let's go take a look. You're gonna be kind of up in this region, which means you're gonna. I think you're still gonna stop at like 116. Yeah. Oh, dude, OBS. OBS is acting up again. Very high angle explanation, I agree 100%. You love the Audi, the R7, yeah, it's nice. Taxes in Germany is crazy. Yep, I've heard. Thoughts on NFTs? Not much. I think they're pretty useless. Advice to balancing trading and work? Tough one. Balancing trading and work. Use your best time of the day for trading. So if you work early, wake up even earlier to trade so that you're not trading when your mind is at a suboptimal point. If you work later in the day, then you can wake up a little later, but always trade before work. That's my advice. What do I think about Vitho? Not much, man. Previous theme was better. That's only because the chart was bigger. The theme itself wasn't better. That's only because people like the bigger screen, that's all. I prefer this. Much more interactive, much more room for growth. We're going to check out what's going on in some of the other markets. Really curious to watch LTC now. Honestly, I'm really curious to see what happens here with LTC. If we can hit this level and pull back. It's just a lo-fi playlist. We're gonna quickly cycle through on the right side here. We're gonna quickly cycle through the right side, see what's happening. Forex CAD is still down. This is good. Waiting for a bit of a plummet on CAD. JPY is still just going crazy, man. USD JPY is going crazy. The widen chart like this. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just like, okay, you know why I don't have the widen chart is because I never look at price on the right side. And this is actually, I talked about this in mentorship this morning. You guys keep talking about the widen chart, so I'm going to talk about this. The only reason I don't leave it like this is because I never look at price. because when I look at price, it anchors my expectation. So I always like to do my work on the data here and here and here. And I never, ever, ever look at price because I feel it gives me kind of this like false sense. Like there's always some kind of like preloaded disposition. It gives you like, oh, we're almost at 130. I wonder if there's a level at 130. It's close to 150. I wonder what I need to look at. And then I know 128's in my mind. Then I'm like specifically looking for levels like between here and here. And I'm like, it kind of like preloads my mind. And because I don't look at the right side of my screen, I always forget to click this button. So I am really bad for that. That's why that happens. And I will try my best to remember. VIX and Bitcoin looking the same. US 30 did it already, unless we want an update on it. Oh yeah, US 30 is trying to move. It's getting to that level, right? Watch US 30 for a minute. We'll do US 30 here, Bitcoin here. I don't even know what this is. US curve. How old is that? Jeez. I have my own kind of investing strategy, Sammy. You happy with YouTube and Discord? Yeah. No, I'm not happy. Please send me all your promotional ways that you can help me fix my channel and get millions of views in days and have an extra $500,000 by May. Please, Ahmed, save me. Send me your spiel. Kidding, if I can send me a spiel, I'll ban you. Of course I'm happy, dude. The hell? If I didn't, I would talk to all the people who try to help with that. Discord's popped the hell off, man. Discord is the best place on the internet to be right now. Yeah, be your own financial advisor, Sammy. Look at the charts on your own and make your own decisions. I have a few things I studied in university. I have diploma in microsystems tech and network engineering, and then a double major, one of them in computer science, the other one in media engineering. And then I studied my master's in architecture. It would be nice to have a passive income. You've watched too many TikTok videos. There are people out there who have passive incomes, but like, how would you have a passive income through investing? Like, I understand. Okay, I understand how it would happen, dude. Like, let's not, like, Jesus. I understand how it would happen, but like that idea of passive income, like, what I mean is, like, what kind of passive income are you talking about? Like, Jesus, dude. Like, what do you mean passive income? Are we talking about like an extra $20 a day? Like, what do you mean? Are you talking about like I need to I live in Ohio and I need to pay my mortgage every month without getting out of bed. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean when you say passive income? I'd love to answer this question. I think in general, people fall in love with this idea of passive income. It's like, that doesn't exist, dude. People work for their money. What passive income? What are you talking about, passive income? I feel like one of these characters on a TV show. What passive income are you talking about, man? Like, what are you talking about? Passive income? Who has a passive income? Jerry's working every day. He's 58 years old. He's slicing meat in the shop. What passive income? You seen Rocky lately? He's 65, birthday last week, which, by the way, you didn't go to. He's very upset with you. He's 65. He's lifting bales of hay like he's 20. What do you mean, Junior, passive income? It's a Ponzi scam. Do it, man. You kids with your passive income, this and that, the TikToks. Currently studying computer science. Sweet, man. Is it possible to have a passive income with an hour per week investment with proper alerts? I guess it depends what you expect out of it. He's saying if I put $1 million in dividend ETF, I can net 50K a year for life. Well, yeah, like, and what happens when they crash? Sure, in a perfect bubble. I mean, there is passive income. Check out DeFi and liquidity loaning. Yeah, okay. And go say that to all the people who did DeFi and staking. Go tell that to everybody who staked up at like 50K and 60K. Yeah, great idea when everything's like going your way, but then when the market crashes and you lose it all, it's like, oh, well, it's bound to recover. The favorite saying of every analyst in the world. Oh, it's bound to recover. You just have to play it for the long game, because remember, we made a 20-year plan. Like, fuck off with that. Like, what are you talking about, 20-year plan? Well, give me my money, man. FE pools are the biggest scams around. They're all Ponzi's. Kind of. Discard free now. Jammers? Yeah, dude. Big time jammers. Like, I don't know. People say passive income like it's just flying around out there. Like, everybody's got passive incomes. They're all doing it. Everybody's doing passive incomes. But, like, what do you mean passive income? I get it. I've seen the TikTok videos, man. I've been around a long time. I work with money. Like, I get it. It's not an empty claim. Coyote's right. DeFi pools are huge scams. Like, I don't want to say they're big scams. It's not like a real take. Like, they'll give you what they say they're going to give you. But yeah, everything's great when the markets are green. Tell that to grandma who had an RSP of 200K and then the markets crashed and now she can't even afford a can of soup because her RSP dumped, and her financial analyst told her that this is the way to do it. Invest in your RSP and work for 30 years. Like, yeah, everything's good when it's moving up. Let me just go buy Bitcoin, and if it moves up forever, I'm going to make money. Yay, I'm winning. Like, that's not a real take, dude. Like, what, like, here's a scenario. You take $1 million, okay? 1M, one big fat mill. You make 50K. What did he say? A month or a year? You make 50K a year. Sweet, man. You put up $1 million to make 50K a year. First 4 years, everything's good. You've made 200K. Awesome, dude. I'm making passive incomes. Life is good. I'm taking this money and putting it here into my pocket. I'm doing passives. All of a sudden, your passives, this dumps. Bitcoin's now worth nothing, and you fucking got negative 800K, but you made your passive for $200,000. Like, congrats, dude. You passived for 4 years and lost a milli. Straight cold 800K because you passived. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all good when the markets are straight up. Like, that's garbage content. You know what stops that from happening? Stop losses. Can't stop loss an RSP or an investment banker. Take him out for lunch and stop loss him when he picks up the spoon instead of the fork to eat his steak, and then you stop loss his ass out. Get him out of there. Get yourself a real investor. Just do it yourself. Stop loss his utensils so you know what kind of human being is. You don't play with my money. Dude, where's my money, man? You know, like, then you're going to be showing up to the bank screaming, where's my money? And they're going to escort you out because you signed a contract. You're down a cool 800,000 rock stars out the window, man. Like, yeah, when everything's going good, it's fantastic, dude. But like, what is this? Forget passive TikTok income. TikTok's it's the only way forward. Maybe I will stick to rental properties. Rental properties aren't liquid. That's the problem with rental properties. People leverage rental properties. They're not liquid. The second you take a rent check, you have to pay income tax on the whole entire property. So where's the win there? You're going to own one house, do some kind of big like influencer take. You own one house. You have a mortgage, you take out 80% of the value in that mortgage to get another shittier little house. You take out all the value in that mortgage, do another like 5%, 5%, 5% domino chain, borrow money from other people, have loan sharks knocking on your door. Uncle Sylvester is coming to your house with a billy club at the middle of the night. And even if not, then what? You're just going to have a bunch of like non-liquid rental properties, and then you're going to pay income tax on all them. So what, are you going to hold like 10 rental properties for 30 years, live cash poor, rental property rich, and then the real estate markets crash and then you're screwed there too? So what are you going to like, then you're not liquid if you have rental properties. And if you want to become liquid, you pay income tax. So you own it for all that time for nothing because you pay income tax when you take a rent check. Or the second you turn it into a business, it's now an income taxable asset. Check with your local financial advisor. This may be different in different parts of the world. This is not advice, just personal life experience. As advisors act like if it's no problem. Exactly. It's just their saving grace. Oh, this has happened before. We've seen it before. Of course you've seen it before. You lose money all the time. You see it daily. Passive income became a meme. Passive income is a big... What passive income? Like, who's making passive income that's real? I'm sure there's like the odd person. It's very random though. I don't want... That's another good take, actually. I was just about to get into that. Who wants a passive income? Like, it's boring. What are you going to do? Sit and look at the birds all day? Work, man. Work is fun. We get a chair for Rockstar USD. Coffee Nipples is now my favorite chatter. Welcome, dude. You're on the inside track now. That was the best comment of the day. Would you just be better off holding the crypto? Whatever you want, dude. I'm not an investor. I day trade, man. I day trade. S&P is a great investment. You just have to buy the right levels. Anything can be a good investment as long as you do it safely and properly. Like, anything is good. You can go to the S&P and it doesn't, like, that's the beautiful thing about day trading. Here, let's go do this. Let's go do some takes. What do you want to do? The SPX? Oh, you know what? I think I do SPY 1 on my chart. SPX, here we go. Like, anything can be a good buy. Look at this. This just happened a few hours ago. We just marked this level, did we not? Did we not just mark this level at the... Well, maybe we didn't just mark it today. We marked it yesterday, I believe. We did this yesterday on stream. We marked this level. Yeah, because we were here yesterday. Yeah, so... Was it this? No, where was it? Where did we mark this? Maybe we didn't mark this today. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, we did. I'm sure we did. 18. So that was yesterday. Yeah, we were around here yesterday. Like, this is when we were streaming, right? Like 8, 9, 10, like all in here. Like, we were streaming all in here. We marked this level. S&P is a great spot there, and just take your profits when, like, look, now it's breaking its local trigger, right? We got the right level to buy. It's breaking its trigger. It'll go here. You buy here, you sell here. What's the problem? It's great to trade it. You just have to be smart about it. You set your proper levels, right? Like, set your level. Put your stop loss underneath because you understand that it's polarized to the next range down here. So you're not taking this bleed of damage or from there to there. You know, this isn't, wow, you don't have a healer on your team. That's not recoverable. Your stop loss is your healer, right? Like, you put your stop loss on board, all of a sudden you're a walking paladin, OTK paladin, right? Like, that's it. Stop. People have no idea what I'm saying. Apologies, this is Warcraft talk. We don't need to go there. Okay. You set your buy here. You set your stop loss here. There's not much you can lose. Alternatively, if the trade goes in your favor, you just set your sell target here or here. Walk away, do the next trade, right? Like, of course, S&P can be a great thing to trade. You just have to, you know, just like anything, it's all about levels, right? It's all about like buying and selling the correct levels. I think Coyote has an okay take on this. I'm waiting for the next recession to bottom out. Then I'm putting 30% of my money into various Vanguard funds, dividend stocks. I think that's a smart take. I actually would agree with that. I think that is a good strategy. I don't think it's the ultimate strategy, but I think it's very good. And I think he's going to make a lot of money doing that. My money. I'm mining Dogecoin. Good passive income. Sure, man. Like, five-minute origin on BTC right here. I don't know if you'd really be wanting to create an origin right now. You wouldn't really be looking to play this for breakout. Like, the point of an origin is to play it for breakout. It's a pretty short range on Bitcoin to play for breakout. You could just go up here and, you know, ladder down or hit this level here. I don't necessarily know if I'd be playing an origin as a breakout point here. It's too interior to the move. It doesn't give a lot of value. Those aren't passive income though, crypto info. What are you smoking, dude? Amazon FBA? You're trading hours for dollars. How is that passive? Yeah, I'm done. Crypto info's smoked out, dude. Way too many hits for that guy. He's so smoked out, man. I literally named 6 things, none of them passive incomes. He's so far gone. That would be like saying owning a company is a passive income because you put all the work in to set it up and then eventually it ran based on itself. Yes, I'm a company owner. I live on passive income. Dude, you're so smoked out. I can't. Smoked out. I want to ban people who are like not doing English. Prices double every year. That's crazy, man. So nuts. Crypto info is so smoked out. He's so smoked out, man. There's like a big disconnect in crypto info's mind. There's a huge disconnect. This is called investing. There's like such a disconnect. It's a fissure turning into an earthquake. Any reason why my trading view and Binance charts are slightly different from each other? They shouldn't be. Maybe you're looking at the wrong ticker. And then he says, here, I'm going to show his comment. The bot hit it. This is, this, now I'm going to let chat decide. We're going to have a little bit of fun with crypto buffoon. Okay. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it. He says, you're a buffoon if you think trading is the only way in life. So he's so far gone. His brain has reached that point where he has made the connection from the first dot. This isn't me. This is what he sees. This is his mind in action. Mining is a passive income. The next dot is you think day trading is the only way in life. Nothing in between. No gray areas. Straight to the conclusion that I said day trading is the only way in life. No other careers exist. Chat decides. Ban or stay. Let your voice be heard, chat. Join me on the bus, Crypto. Coyote's banned. You have his vote to join him on the bus. First time here and last time. Stream shitty as fuck. You're negative as fuck. And spreading no love. Grow the fuck up. First and last time here will not be your decision. It will be chat's decision. We got 2 votes. William Skies voted out. Stay by ignoring. Indramatic says ban. Lex says ban. Could lead to some fun. Keep him. I like this. I agree. This is why I'm letting chat decide. I want to see the Boolean tree that came from that conclusion. I agree, Pearl. Please show us. I used to have a mining facility, by the way. So, you know, running off 2 miners and mining ETC back in the day off 2 miners. I had a mining facility for a long time. It is not plug and play. This is somebody who's bought a 3090 with mom's money and runs a desktop gaming, part-time desktop mining, soaking mom and dad's power bill, hoping that one day he's gonna have hundreds of thousands of dollars mining the next ship coin, which is probably called Zuckbucks. That's what this take honestly is. It feels like that. It honestly feels like that. Does it not? Am I wrong? Does it not feel like that? Because like I had a mining facility. It was back in 2015, 16, and 17. So for years I ran a mining facility, a pretty decent size one. People who have been in the community long enough have seen the pictures of my old mining facility. Does this not sound like the exact scenario? I think it does, but you know. Also, who's mining with the price of GPUs right now? Desktop mining for $2, rich we gonna be rich boys, yeah. That's what it sounds like. Please ban me. You're wasting your time. So I don't fall for the reverse tactics where you're gonna stay in angle shot. You're gonna stay either way. Let's be honest, Crypto Info. You're the kind of person who's gonna stay to see if we keep talking about you. You leave a room with an ear to the door. So you want me to not ban. You can't angle take me. I am the ultimate angler. Like, you should see me when I'm fishing. I am like master angler. You want me to ban you. You're saying ban me because you want me to not ban you so you can stay and have more words after we talk about you. But if I do ban you, you're going to be here anyways listening. Because like I said, you're the person who puts your ear against the door every time they leave the room. So you're going to be here regardless. So by me banning you, which you're trying to reverse angle me by not banning you, by doing your wink face, you're not that complex, man. I can see right through this. You're not complex, dude. I'm gonna ban you. You're gonna stay in the chat logs to see if we talk about you. Then you're gonna come back in 3 months after you see how much money my traders make, see all the cool events. You're gonna either make a new name, which is gonna give me another subscriber count, which helps my analytics. Then you can try to unsubscribe, but then you've just fucked yourself because you've actually spent more of your own time when it doesn't cost me any time. There's no angle here to win with me, dude. We go way too high for that. Ban is there, ear to the door. He's still here, guaranteed, 100%. The power of democracy. It's certainly not as easy as plugging something in. Yeah, I mean, I would have had to be at the mining facility every day. There's always miners to unplug and replug back in. There's always risers burning out constantly. There's always system freezes. You're always having to reboot miners, and it's not a lot of work, but you have to be on call and you're there all the time. You basically end up staying at the office. And like back when I was mining, I was also day trading at the office back in like 2015, 16, 17. So I was trading for years on end while I had a mining facility. And like I had to be there because risers would burn out. You got to make sure there's no fires. Like my facility was a decent enough size. It wasn't like one of these big ones you see on YouTube, but I had like 100 miners. It was decent. No, I had 12 racks and each rack had like 40-ish because I had them hanging with zip ties. So it was kind of ghetto in a way. There were zip ties and I used to use the motherboard boxes as stands. So it wasn't touching the metal racks. And then I would zip tie the graphic cards and just like it was easy. It worked. It doesn't matter. It worked. So how many? I had like 12 or 14 racks and each system was 8. I ended up getting them running on 12 580s mining etc, but it wasn't really stable. There's always one card that wouldn't really work that well. It was always like a situation where it was like, oh, it only sees 11, and then you'd be dicking around in the BIOS, then you'd be messing around, unplugging this one, unplugging that one, diagnosing them, changing graphic cards, seeing if it's a GPU, seeing if it's just a faulty boot, having to rebuild boot orders. Like it's not plug and play. You saying that just shows how little you know about it, which means you're not a miner. And if you are, you're a desktop GPU miner making $5 a month, paying $10 on electricity. You're reverse angled off future investment. So you're paying 50 cents for every dollar. There's no like set it and forget it with mining. It doesn't work like that. I've mined for years. Back on like, God, what version did I use of Ethos? I was using like version like 4.12 of Ethos or some shit. I didn't even remember. Eventually switched to 2 miners when 2 miners first came out, which I believe was around 2017. I don't even know if 2 miners is still around. And then like doing builds on like, I think it was called Ethos. It's not set it and forget it. Risers burn out, cards stop running, things need to be power cycled, machines crash. Like you're basically sitting there all the time. But like you would know that, dude. It's not a set and forget it kind of thing. So, you know, like, let's at least be realistic and have open dialogue. If you're going to take like a 15-year-old take like an ego peek, if you're going to ego peek and you're going to blame your team because you got sniped out and lost a round, it's not your team's fault that you're stupid. It's yours, right? It's not a set it and forget it type of thing. Just let crypto info guy, he probably bought it 69K, considering that passive income. Like, but let's be real about it. Check some charts, please. I am. What do you think's on my screen, dude? Here, I'll make it bigger so you can see. Complex things. Smart money. There's 2 smart money concepts. It depends which one you're talking about. Copy trading system? No thoughts on it. You guys are talking about something I have no clue what you guys are talking about. SMC. Smart money is like when you take money from another source. It's like funding. Nice tattoo, thanks. Helium mining? I don't know much about helium mining. How much was the miner cost? Like back then? They were cheap. They were like around $350 back then. Like that was before the big boom, right? Like they were cheap. Like you could get like really crappy ones. Like I had some really ghetto ones like Aztec or something like that. They basically came and like if you really wanted to be budget with it with the mining, like I looked at that road, but it kind of didn't really make sense. You could get really cheap 580s that were just the core without the software loaded on them, without fans, and then you could like make your own. You could like make your own kind of GPU, and you could get those for like $120 each. But it was literally just a chipboard, and you would have to actually put your own components on it, like you were soldering. So you could do that. But I think they were like, God, you're talking about 8 years ago. I think they're around like $400 a piece, brand new. SMC, I already told you. I don't know. Don't know, don't care. It's not my thing. What do I think of SMC? Nothing. Don't know, don't care. Oh, smart money manipulates market. Already sounds brain dead. Smart money manipulates the market. Sounds like brain dead takes. Sounds good. I think a lot of people lose a lot of money. It gives real traders real money. I think it's great. Hey, thanks for the sub, man. At the end was all the time and money for mining worth. Yep. Back then, for sure it was. Most hours spent on trading in a day, 24. Back then it was absolutely worth it. Not now, not anymore. This is on a refrigerator as a magnet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like anything that trends. People want something to believe in, so let them believe it. So leaves more money on the table for us. There's nothing to think about it. SMC, I guess, my smart money concepts is, yeah. You guys realize it's nothing but a big game, right? Like the whole SMC, the next Fibonacci, the next, like it's just a big game. You guys realize that, right? You want to see something? I don't even know if I should show this. I don't really think I should show this. Nah, I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, there's people on my, you really want to know, just go look it up. I've seen even like, but it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into it. You guys should see how much influencers make on tweets in the crypto space. I'll just talk about this very briefly. There's people in here who have seen the same lists, the same information. There's stuff that floats around, but it's kind of like people try to silence it. I'm going to talk about this very ambiguously. If you had 50,000 subscribers, you could charge for one tweet to a company, like a crypto company or whatever. You could charge about $4,000 if you had 50,000 subscribers for one tweet and one retweet. So tweet, retweet, you charge, and there's a lot of people who make a very big income off of this. Tweet, retweet, $4,000 USD. So when you see things like smart money concepts, realize it is a business to become an influencer. It is a cringy, dirty place, the crypto world. Coyote said crypto is the most scammy environment. It's pretty bad. So if you have 50,000, you can charge 4,000 for one tweet and one retweet. We're talking about Twitter. I pop my phone up, tweet, retweet. Of course, they coordinate it with our marketing teams and they tell you what to tweet. Sure, tell me what to type. I'll hit enter. $4,000. Here you go. I can hit enter for $4,000. Now I'm not gonna. Pearl, you've seen it. I've seen it on your feed. What do you mean? Show it. Oh no, Pearl, not you. Sorry, I haven't seen it on your feed. I've seen it on somebody else's feed. Well, I've seen it before that feed, but recently somebody posted it on their feed. So when somebody has, say, 250,000 followers, they can charge $9-10 grand for a tweet and retweet. So go look at your influencers that you follow and see when they talk about like Shiba. Go data mine their history. See when they talk about Shiba. See when they talk about whatever coin that's coming out next, and start calculating how much money they make on tweets. So 250K, they make about 10K per tweet. 10K for tweet retweet combo kind of thing is how it works, because they want it tweeted and then they want it retweeted. So they did like, I don't know, 5 or 6 this month. Oh, they just made 70 grand on 7 tweets. So there is a big business model behind becoming an influencer. So following something like smart money concepts and it trends, people are just looking to scalp an income. So do what you want with that information. Follow who you want to follow. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Do what you want with that information, but now you can understand, like, of course people followed. And then if you follow them, you're just as much of a sheep, right? So it's just like, okay, dude, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, right? So, if SMC teaches levels very similar to my curriculum, it sounds like they just use my material to create some kind of scam, like some kind of other pyramid, right? I mean, I've been here for how long? It's not like I've been here for a month. Maybe SMC's been around for a long time and it's just like the same sciences. It's not even my science. I didn't even create it. I just made the rules clear for everybody. I'm the person who made all the rules clear. I didn't even create it. It was created back in the 1800s. That's not even my science. It is, because I'm the one who published it and I'm the one who's kind of claiming responsibility for it. But it doesn't mean I was the original creator. I'm just the one who is publishing it for the world to see and defining a very certain set of rules around it, right? You can tell. I don't want to say every influencer doesn't care about their followers. I think there's a different mindset. Everybody has their own prerogative. Some influencers are... Here's the thing. Some influencers are running a business. And if you can't see that for what it is, they're running a business, just like anybody runs any business. You don't like the way Pizza Hut runs their business. You just don't buy Pizza Hut. People run their business how they please, right? Like, that's the same thing with influencers. If that's what you like, then you know what I mean? Totally possible. Most SMC videos have come out in the past couple of years. Oldest is Inner Circle Trading, ICT. Yeah, I mean, nobody made it, right? It's just who's going to publish the deepest version of it. That's what I do. Like, this stuff has been here since the 1800s. Nobody owns it. Go watch my How I Reverse Engineered the Markets video. It's like what I talk about and show it on the chart, how you can go to like hold levels from the 1800s and backsides. It's where it all came from. There's no like, you know, like I'm not the first one to use this stuff. I'm just the guy who's not selfish enough to keep it to myself. I'm the guy who's publishing it for the world with the most advanced rule set the world has ever seen. Because it's been there since the 1800s. It's not like I friggin' invented the formula to save the world. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't invent it. I'm just smart enough to crack it, to reverse engineer it, crack it, and share the most advanced rule set the world has ever seen. So I'm the person who has adopted the science because of that reason. Cotton, MT, I don't even know who MTTV is, has had their content stolen, republished, and monetized. Yeah. Exactly. Like, it's, nobody owns it. Nobody owns it. The markets are their own thing. It was created by data scientists back in the 1800s. Anybody who says they own it is fucking fooling themselves and they're out of their mind. They're just sowing a lie for some other reason. I have a whole video about how I cracked this stuff back from like looking at charts from the 1800s. Anybody else who says like you're stealing it, you don't own it, you're doing this, it's all nonsense, man. It's been there since the 1800s. How can we be stealing from each other when it's been there for... It's like a bunch of children arguing. Like, there's no point to that. It's been there since the 1800s. God, go to a chart from the 1800s. Go to a chart from the 1900s. It's all there. Front side levels, hold levels, break levels, origins. It's all there. It's just different parts of the chart were engineered at different times. Just like, go watch my video on it. You'll see exactly what I mean. But nobody owns it. Nobody created it. I didn't create it. Like I said, I'm the person who had a smart enough mind to reverse engineer it all and release the most advanced rule set the world has ever seen. And I continue to develop the most advanced rule set, and I continue to crack the markets in their next form whenever that comes, right? So there has got to be some realization in our day trading world, in this day trading space, where people just got to get out of their own ass, get their heads out of their ass, and stop like all these people saying, oh, you stole my material, blah, 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 whine, cry. Like, what are you talking about? It's been there since the 1800s. You know how easy it would be to shut someone down like that? Get them live on Discord, get them live on the stream, and let's put them to the test and say, oh, you invented this? Let's see where it existed before. Who did you steal it from? Anybody who's doing anything else is just telling a lie to the world. I publicly said this in my How I Reverse Engineered the Stock Markets. It has been there since the 1800s. You can see it on the charts. Front side hold levels, back side hold levels. It's all there. It wasn't created. It was created by data scientists. Nobody will ever know the truth, but it had to have been. It's not a game theory optimal for all market participants. That's nope. It wouldn't have the exactness that it does. Dope Sumo's a bum. He always has been. I took his course back in the day because it was a business write-off. because I was trading much before that. And I've had my business registered for years and years and years. Been trading before that. His course was garbage. It was like a 12-page PDF that looked like it was made by a child. Fucking Crayola submission. Like, anybody who says anybody's stealing any material is out of their mind. This stuff has been there since the 1800s. That's just like low brain little man syndrome. People trying to capitalize or monetize off of victims. That's all that is. Because the points are too exact, FaZe, and sorry. The points are way too exact. And then whoever says that I took content from somebody else is also brain dead. Because, like, imagine, just imagine for a second. What is there to take from Dope Sumo? His stuff is, for Christ's sakes, I might as well pick up one of my kids' coloring books and be like, is this the lost scripture? Is this version 2? Like, I've been here forever. I went to the charts after that video, saw it. There's no stealing shit from you. You were just nice enough to expose it to the masses. And I was nice enough to Dope to not, like, put him in his place. And I still continue to be nice to him because there's no value in that. There's no value sinking to their level. You let them burn their own careers to the ground. That's it. You just let them burn themselves to the ground. The charts have been here since like the 1800s. Do I need to bring up the video? Like, and like, that's the thing. Anybody who's claiming otherwise is just, they're out of their minds. You can see trend breaks. You can even see hard closes. I simply just reverse engineered it and cracked it all and put it into the rule set that made the most sense, because nobody has had a complete version of the science.
Did you get into crypto at the market high and now you're pissed because you've lost over 50% of your investment?
What a great timing for this video.
I'm going to be talking about how I reverse engineered
where day trading came from. If you haven't seen this video and you're curious about where this stuff all came from,
my name is c0tt0nc4ndyta, and I'm often referred to as the most accurate day trader in the world. My journey.
Let's skip secrets of day trading, where day trading came from, controlling the world through this stuff.
We're always looking to capitalize through science and technology and Jones Industrial Average Index.
Here's the DJI
the
from
timestamp is 1897 when these charts first started having data.
Let's watch this.
And immediately, the first thing we want to do is mark out a valley. This is pretty common in the industry. This is something that a lot of people use, and it's simply just a few candles.
Look at this reverse level is created,
and it created what was called the first backside valley. So typically, people use a couple different ways in which they mark. You can see that you had created the very first attack on this valley.
This is
in the year
1800s, by the way.
How crazy is that?
Backside hold level, 1800s, and then more developed, and it was data scientists who were controlling the world. Look, here's another backside valley here. You test this one here, follow the trail, go to the next backside on the same time frame. Why is this some big secret that people think that they've invented this? And then you go a time frame up to the weekly, and then you create trends properly to the right points. I'm just the person who figured it out. I'm the guy who cracked all of the secrets, who made hard closes a published material that were no longer hidden, because I understood the logic behind it. I understood that it meant that when something hard closes, it confirms every single time frame underneath it, but nothing above it. So I understood from a very early point in my career that everything was decycling on charts, and there's an exact set of rules that happened. And then you've got the next hold level, and then you have the development on the front side, the higher time frame, and then eventually you go through this stuff. These charts are from like the early 1900s. Like, who's stealing what? What are people talking about? You know, like, so when people take this angle, it's just like, you're so brain dead, man. Like, at least be honest with yourself and your audience. Like, here's the trend. It broke the trend. It back tested it to test it on higher time frames. Here's the proper trend marked right here. Look, base point, reach point, look at how much it's respected. Oh my God, magic. Dude, this is 1915. This is 105 years ago. How old are these people that they're saying you stole their material? What are they, like 180 years old? It's like we're stealing from the living version of Imhotep. Like, what's happening here? You know, and like, it's been there. People who have that take are so far gone. You can see right through it, and they end up just burning their own careers to the ground. And that's the real truth. And then they end up just trying to suckle on like whatever's left, whatever's left out from a dried out container. They were already so far gone. It's like, yeah. This has always been how it is. Always. Nobody stole anything from anybody. Everybody stole something from somebody unless you reverse engineered it all yourself and can actually explain why things happen and have introduced new theories in the world. Like how to properly work with trends, accumulation, distribution. And now I continue to make more and more advanced parts of the charts, like RA. Now I'm working in RA because I've been able to understand the charts at such a deep level. And I'm the person. You won't hear about hard closes being the bottom side of a candle. You won't hear about that once throughout the entirety of history. Show me a point in the world where somebody said that before me. I have never seen it. I would be fucking shocked if I saw that. Let's put it that way. I've never seen it because I was able to explain it at a much deeper level. So when I reverse engineered this stuff, I reverse engineered it from the source. And that's why I know more than anybody else. And that's why my stuff is so accurate. Because I did it from the source, not copying some bum's garbage 12-page PDF. How would that even, right? So there's just like a certain common sense there. Like there's just a very certain common sense there. People want to see it or not, that's up to them, right? Like there's always, here, I linked it in chat if you guys want to see that video. This randomized thing for the last 200 years, but all of a sudden, Twitter came out and social media, and all of a sudden the stock charts had been figured out. Right? Like that's, like imagine just thinking that, oh, all of a sudden 2005 or 15 or 10 or whenever people started to make this assumption that, oh, the birth of Twitter was the recreation of the stock markets as we know it. Like what kind of angle is that to take? Like what kind of bridge do you have to cross to make that conclusion and believe it? It sounds very implausible. Well, since they've been there since the 1800s and we didn't have computers then, of course. Naturally emerging? No. You would be fooled then. Do I think TA will change in the future? Yes, I do. I've already seen it change in Goku and I've already started engineering new parts of the charts. That's why I'm not going anywhere and why I have the staying power that I do and why I will be here for a long time, because I've already seen the charts changing. RA is a completely new thing that I introduced to the world last month, and RA will continue to develop. So RA is something completely new to the world. Data scientists weren't even a thing back in that time? Of course they were. What do you mean? People who study math were data scientists. Math is data. What? Moving on. It wasn't creative per se. Yeah. Well, people are entitled to their own opinion. I just share my thoughts. Believe it or not, up to everybody to kind of figure out their own thing. Jack's network. What are you on about? You have plans to create a PDF reference book for your science? In my Discord, man, there's kind of stuff like that there. Thanks, Cotton, for everything you do. You're welcome. Today's a chill stream. We're not doing teams. We're just doing hot takes. Hot takes and charts. Just a chill stream watching Bitcoin. What chart is that link? The video? The Dow? Have I met anyone who has the same knowledge? No. No, I mean, not when it comes to the charts. Maybe, you know, well, for sure other things in life, but not the charts. First time I've heard you swear. I don't usually swear. I don't usually swear. That's when you know I'm serious about something. I don't usually swear. This is what jealousy creates. When people are jealous of you, this is what happens. They try to gaslight you. They try to convince others. And then if your mind is too weak, so if you've been gaslit by someone trying to convince you, that's a you problem. That's not a Cotton problem. That's a you problem. If you've been gaslit and led down the wrong path, you only have yourself to blame for that. Stems from jealousy, and then people get gaslit, and then they wonder why they just like end up failing traders. They never had the mind to kind of think for themselves to begin with anyway. So then what, you know, it's just like a very clear path, right? I've spent my entire life, my life's work is reverse engineering these markets. Nobody else can say that. They may say my life's work is running a business. My life's work is an influencer. My life's work has been reverse engineering these markets. But yeah, like if you've been gaslit by somebody else, like that's on you. Like there's nothing to even go down that road. It's so obvious, right? If you've fallen into some lie and have the victim card, yeah, you've been gaslit. You just can't see it. Google the term gaslit, and then you'll be like, oh shit, that happened to me. You're still not getting unbanned from my server if that happens. The medallion fund? No. Quant trading is useless. This is why I back you so much. You don't need to convince people. The proof is always and has always been on the charts. Exactly. Exactly. This is like a lion. You let it out and it can defend itself. But it's so true. It's so true. And there's nothing else to say because it's just so obvious. It's even kind of a weird angle to talk about it because there's just a point where it's so obvious that I can't even believe people fall for that kind of crap. Algorithm? I just trade Bitcoin, man. There's no point for me to trade anything else. I just do 100x on Bitcoin. If I need to find something else, I just start typing in random tickers and start charting them. Is there anyone else in the trading scene that respects you as a trader? No idea. I don't know. I don't get into that scene. I am doing my own thing. I am not looking for collaborations with other traders to get more like fans and exposure. I'm not here for subscriber buttons. I have my patron income, which I'm very thankful for and grateful to support my community and be here every single day for them and do awesome things with that. It gives me the power to do things like teams. It gives me the power to try to change the day trading industry, but I don't know if there's anybody in the trading scene that respects me because you know what? I don't go down that road. It doesn't matter to me. It's not a part of my path because I am here. I'm doing something very different than them. I am sharing a science with the world because I have a different kind of brain the way it works. And I am sharing my science with the world so I can help free other people. And then I stand behind my community by not going down that road. Because when you realize that you could do one tweet with my audience and make $4,000 a tweet, I could just do a huge push, spend a ton of money in marketing, make content like Life of the Day Trader, and be charging like $20,000 per tweet package. Maybe not 20,000, but maybe like 10,000 per tweet package. And then I could have everybody fed out of the palm of my hand, like they're buying all these altcoins. Meanwhile, I'm banking like 500K on sponsors and tweets and all these package deals that people do. And I could be palm feeding people for 500K a year if I choose, because I could just make more content like Life of a Day Trader. I chose this when I first started. I was never here to do that, right? So then it's like, no, I don't know, man. Maybe. I am very thankful for my community, every single member who supports me, every single dollar that comes in, because it allows me to continue freeing those who want to be freed through that science. So every single person who's in mentorship, every single person who's not even in the Discord that donates on a stream, I'm thankful for every single penny because that's the money that allows me to continue to help free people. And it's a modest amount of money. It's not like I'm making 500K a month doing tweets. You know how easy that money is? Even with my current audience, I could make 6 and 7 times my income just by doing sponsor deals. I have over 3,000 sponsor offers that I've categorized one day. When I look back at all the sponsors, I save them in a folder. I have over 3,000 unanswered emails for sponsors. I make I work 16 hours a day, 17 hours a day by choice to free people and have one income, which is trade, which is patron. And I help free those people with that income by doing what I can in my power to continue to build this platform. That's it. I don't know if there's other people who, I don't know, because you know what? I don't get into that. What hobbies do I have outside of this? Nothing. This is my life, man. This is my life. I don't have hobbies. I don't have time. I have a family, and that's it. How much does one have to lose to realize he or she cannot be a career trader? Good question. I don't know. I think everybody that's different, right? Giving you awesome trade ideas. It sounds wicked, Alex. Joined for the first time. You're doing a live trader now, or some kind of live discussion. Just chilling out today. Just chilling out today this year. FX because of fundamentals now. Soon gonna start my courses. Welcome, man. Good luck. Push hard, dude. You'll make yourself proud if you push hard enough. Powerful deep learning algorithms. Everyone who finds you and has half a brain cell respects you. The people who don't are people who I don't even think you want to respect you. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I haven't done a sponsored deal to date in 5 years of being here in the public eye. I have never touched sponsored content once. I might, to start the Teams event, get a sponsor so I can have for my traders who are on Teams, so I can have for them. It'll be the first sponsorship deal I ever take, and it better be a goddamn good one. I'm telling you that right now, because that money goes to my trading teams and it gives them the chance to build their lives and show the world what they're made of. Your attitude will be in your picture very soon. Thank you so much, Sam. We appreciate you so much. Oh, I know my audience appreciates you. They tell me that every single day, every time there smiles on their face and taking trades and trusting in my science, and they change their lives. That's enough for me to know that they appreciate me. I probably would have failed in trading if it wasn't for you. Awesome. Please chart MNMD. You've been asking for a while about this one, huh? MNMD? Let's see. But I think it's just such an awesome conversation to have. Even though it might seem like an angled take, I think it's a really fun conversation to have when you're talking about this stuff like that, right? Like when you're talking about kind of these different things and the way the sphere works. I think it's like really, I think it's really interesting. Oh, for whenever I charted this, 2021, I didn't even chart it. I have one line. You're in the beginning range here. So assumingly you've just tested through this range, right? Like you've tested here, so now you're inside of this range. Oh, so you're inside of this range. That's tested through. This is tested. You could reverse it, but you'd more likely just want it here. Unless there's a 4-hour range before that. We don't have that much data. Sorry, I can't go further than that. We don't have that much data. Yeah, you're just inside that range, right? Like that's the only possibility before the move collapses. Like you could reverse this, but yeah, no, you can, but it's just not worth taking that position. Rockstar sponsorship. Not banning people left and right. I prefer to ban. Thank you. You change our lives, of course. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to spread that love. And I haven't played Hold'em in like years. Netflix Alien Origin. Okay, let's check it out. Voice to music ratio. Yeah, the music looks loud. My OBS crashed and it didn't save my settings. My OBS crashed halfway through the stream, so it actually reset my volume. Good call on that. So that's been there for like an hour. You guys have been hearing me scream over top of the music. My bad. That's because NFLX, right? Oh my god, isn't it like NFLX, Netflix? Yeah. They just released their earnings. Getting a monthly origin. No origin. Oh, no, sir. No, sir. I got baited. Congrats, dude. Weekly level. Range. Possible reverse. Okay, so this is interesting. Backside hold. Right? Range right there. Backside hold. Deeper in the range. Holds backside. Can start there. Backside hold up like always. Front side here, which is range tested here, which is an origin from right here that broke. You can already see that's an origin right there. There's an origin there, broke, back test held, reverse here. Deepest part of the range is already tested through. Is going to lead you. I don't think you can backside this because I don't think there's architecture on it. You can maybe go here and check the range. Maybe. Tested through. There's a disconnected level, maybe, but you'd be pretty thin here. Local small time frame. The most you could go for would be like 319. I don't even know if that would get hit. I think you're just better off at 336. I don't think 319 would. This is too far down in the move. Like yeah, like you can go for that part of the trade, right? Like you've got your 4 hour here. Like let's get the right time frame. You got your 4 hour here. Hits, moves up. You've got this here. Moves up. So now you're here, right? Like you've got that. This can't really reverse because you've got trend from here to here, and that'll break due to the amount of you can't reverse it. Maybe you can go down into this range. You would more likely be interior trend at that point, but we're gonna see. I wouldn't take 319 too far. I don't think you can. I think once you're at that point backside, you open yourself up to this way down here. Like you're looking to create an origin off of maybe daily right there. You could go here. You can't really ladder above it, which means you're already reduced to here, laddering off that move. So now that's your daily. So now you have to not leg the move. You can't leg this thing, which looks like you have an hourly origin back here, which is too interior because that here. You can't leg this. You can't leg this. You'd be like 294 here. Origin. Ladder 306. 306 is the best you can hope for if you're not breaking the move. If you want to along this thing, you're hoping for this. If you want to scalp it, you're going. It's your play. That's your play on Netflix. 4 a.m. here in the Philippines and you're still watching. Thanks, man. Thanks for the love and support, dude. It's a long stream today. Holy crap, it's on. Whoa. Today's a long stream. Ranting takes up a lot of time. Start from your basic course because I've heard that you look at things from different angles. Yep, absolutely, man. There's not too much new I figure out. Usurpator. On the charts. Just now I'm at that point where I'm inventing stuff. That last message is what describes you. Honest. Earn people's respect by saying such a crazy thing to the masses. Trust you. Because you're loyal to your community. I'll always be there for my community. It's the one thing I care about in life. It's like family and community. Community is family to me. Gap down after hours? So that's my take on it. So it's right here after hours. I didn't even notice that. So this thing has already gapped because of earnings. So they released earnings report and it went way lower than that. Oh, I would have to chart this whole thing. Maybe you're just going to stop at this level here. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to the after hours gap. Like like I wasn't even paying attention to this. I was just trying to analyze this range. Like, where could it go next? Is it still moving up? Oh boy. Well, if that's the case, yeah, I mean, the only thing to watch now is if like you've got just this and that's it, right? Like the leg of the move. Like, do you stay above this or not? If you stay above this leg of the move, then you might be laddering some interior piece, like interior trend like this, possibly. Hold this, maybe. I wouldn't even trust this trend, to be honest. You can have it there, but I wouldn't trust it. Yeah, I didn't even look at that. So it's already much lower. Wow, did that thing ever get crushed? Jesus, Netflix. I mean, it's rated its range anyway. So if it holds this, it's gonna ladder its move. That's fine. I've already mentioned it, Mark. Yeah, it's coming out soon. Oh, that's nuts. Yeah, the only thing you do at this point is just, decide if it's the leg of the move you want to trade or not. That's crazy. Outside of that, you're in the next range. Like, oh, Netflix got pumped. Jesus. Gonna be an interesting day for Netflix tomorrow. I'm anxious to see what happens. I didn't realize how late it is. I am done for the day. Thank you all so much for being here. Great day. A lot of fun. Just a chill day today. No team stuff, no teams talk. Just chill day. Fun rants, good takes. Yeah, just a fun overall stream. Also, don't take my rants too seriously. I do need TikTok content after all, so don't take it too seriously or too much to heart if I blasted you out today and smoked you out. It's not a monthly origin yet until it tests it. It has to test that level. So it's either going to leg the move, try to create a monthly origin. It's not an origin yet until it actually tests that monthly again. Just one test right now isn't enough. Pedro. Check Bitcoin before I go. Do anything fun? Is it still... Yeah, it's still exactly where it is. Oh, thank you everybody who supported today. Donations, super members, which are subscribers. Thank you everybody who signed up today. Thank you everybody who donated. Thank you everybody